Hey guys, it's JFo here with another Friday High Vibes video. If you're new to my channel, welcome! My name is Jennifer Percelli, but everyone calls me JFo and you can too. I am an astrologer. I've been studying birth charts for 25 years in real time. I got really into it. I just read hundreds and hundreds of birth charts, started to realize that I have my own unique system. I love teaching astrology. I think that's the most exciting thing because a lot of people have it wrong and I want to teach it the right way. You're going to want to book a reading with me today. If you want to know how the transit energy is going to affect you, we can do that. Find the link below and book a reading with JFo. It's called Destiny Vibes. It's my unique system. I don't read your chart separately. I take the chart, divide it into two equal halves, and explain to you how you fight with yourself. Yeah, you're married to yourself. Do you want to know how it's going? Book a reading. So today we're going to talk about November 2020's transit information. Are you excited? October was crazy. It's still a little bit crazy. As you're watching this video today, we're about to end the month with our second full moon. So let's begin there. Halloween 2020 is a full moon in Taurus. Sun in Scorpio, moon in Taurus. Wow, is this powerful. Especially because right now, our current Mercury retrograde is in Scorpio. It was in Scorpio all October from October 13th, and it went into Libra on October 27th. Now it went backwards into Libra. And then we're gonna have this powerful, powerful full moon. So needless to say, this is the craziest week of our lives. Let's see what's coming up next. So as you know, we have a pre-phase for Mercury retrograde. We have a post-phase for Mercury retrograde. So we are about to go direct on election day. You don't make this stuff up. It's in the sign of Libra. Libra is all about justice. So think about it. We've got Mercury, which is the planet of communication, in the sign of balance, harmony, justice, going forward on election day. You make that mean whatever you want it to mean, but there's a theme of this energy of wanting to talk and scream about justice. Makes sense. So it's going to go direct on November 3rd at 25 degrees Libra. If you're a nerd and you want to look that up on your chart, you can, or book a reading with me and I can tell you where it is, at 11:50 a.m. Central. So it happens pretty early in the morning. We're going to go direct, but remember, we have to get back to that 11 degrees of Scorpio that we went backwards in, and that doesn't happen until November 20th. So, a little slight prediction, there may be election confusion from the 3rd to the 21st. The 21st of November is when we go forward. So we'll see how that plays out, but I truly think by November 21st, we're gonna know what's going on. Then on November 8th, we have the last quarter moon in Leo at 7:46 p.m. Central. Understand that a lot of times when we have a last quarter moon, we're going to feel this kind of ending cycle. Always mark that in your calendar to know when that ending cycle is starting and when that new cycle is beginning, because we usually feel that grief energy. And obviously there's an election, right? We all have so many emotions about it. So we may feel a little bit emotional that weekend. Now, our Mercury retrograde was in Scorpio. It went backwards into Libra. So it has to go back to Scorpio first before it goes back to that original degree of 11 degrees Scorpio. So that's going to happen on Tuesday, November 10th at 3:55 p.m. Central. Mercury will go into Scorpio, and remember, it's now going direct. We're just not back to that original degree. So we're in that shadow phase where things can still be miscommunicated, misunderstood. And remember, Scorpio is an emotional sign, okay? Very emotional. So there's going to be a lot of emotions around communication. Remember, we went direct on election day in Libra, this, intellectual planet of justice and balance, this air sign, right, of mental energy. And then the very next week, it switches back into that water sign. And we were in this whole Mercury retrograde with that water sign all of October. We had that full moon with Scorpio being the sun in the full moon line, right? So there's a lot of Scorpio stuff going on. So wherever your Scorpio is, that's how you're going to experience it. You're going to experience it wherever it is in your chart. That's going to be the very personal theme for you. Also, with that last quarter moon in Leo and that Mercury going into Scorpio again, we've got fixed energy. Now, I just did a video on fixed energy if you want to go check it out, but fixed energy is all or nothing, passionate energy. At best, it's love. At worst, it's addiction, right? So just notice there's going to be a lot of passion that week. Lots of passion. And it gets even more intense because Mars goes direct that week. Mars goes direct that week in Aries. Mars has been in Aries since mid-2020. I think it was around the end of June, maybe July is when Mars went into Aries. And then it went retrograde at the beginning of September. And now it's charging forward. Mars represents Aries. It's ruled by Aries. So to have it in Aries is just very intense. And it's not going to leave that position until January when it goes into Taurus. So we've got Mercury going direct on the 3rd. We've got Mars going direct on the 13th. And we're all pushing into the energy of this new moon that's going to come up, which is the very next day. We'll have our new moon in Scorpio on the 14th of November at 11:07 p.m. Central, 23 degrees. So again, the degrees are just so that you can find out where it's happening in your chart. And I'm always here to help. If you want to book a reading and you want some specific guidance on that, I can help you. So the 14th, we have the new moon in Scorpio. We have Mercury in Scorpio. We're still moving forward toward when that post phase is going to end of Mercury retrograde. That full next week is really going to be about moving forward in this energy. And then on the 20th November is when we're out of the retrograde. We're done with Mercury retrogrades for the rest of the entire year. And I believe November 21st is a powerful day for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, we're out of the shadow phase. We're done. We're moving forward. I think by then we're going to know what the solution is to this election, what the result is to this election, if we don't already know by that time. Now, if you're not in America, I'm sure you're feeling it as well. We're all feeling this intensity of the year 2020. And I truly believe November 21st, we're going to start to feel a forward motion into positivity. That's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. Again, you have your own personal vibration and your own personal chart and personal experience. And everyone's going to experience this energy differently, but from a collective perspective, I truly believe that November 21st is a powerful day. Now, again, one, because we're out of that shadow phase. But the second reason is because we're going to be in Sun in Sagittarius. That's when the Sun goes into Sagittarius at 2:40 p.m. Central. And the reason why that's so powerful is because we had our comfort zone of Sagittarius, our South Node, our collective destiny line, our South Node went into Sagittarius in May of 2020. It has not been there for a while, about 12 to 24 years. I would have to look it up. The destiny line stays in a sign for about 2 years. Okay. So we had to go into Sagittarius in May. It's an energy of truth seeking and storytelling. And so that's why there's a lot of just like screaming your story and screaming your truth in this world right now. But we have not had this South Node energy line up with the Sun yet. And that's what's going to start to happen. So the Sun is going to create more energy around this truth seeking vibration, right, of this comfort zone of Sagittarius. It's going to happen on November 21st. But also Venus is going to go into Scorpio that day at 7:22 a.m. Central that morning. So there's going to be a lot of, again, passion, heart. Again, this is another wink to this full moon that we're about to have, even after the fact, because there's this Venus and Taurus theme again. You see, Venus is ruled by Taurus and Libra, but it's ruled by Taurus mostly, Taurus and Libra. But right now we're going to focus on that Taurus aspect of it in Scorpio, which is the opposite sign, the same line of our full moon on Halloween, right? So there's this play on money versus heart space, money and stability and, fiscal topics versus secrecy and exposing secrecy. I mean, Scorpio represents that. Scorpio is the unseen and hidden things of our world, right? Scorpio also represents sex. It represents intimacy. It represents dying and being reborn anew. So all of these themes can play out. That's also going to be the first quarter moon in Aquarius that day, which is huge because a lot of our planets are about to go into Aquarius at the end of December. Saturn and Jupiter. They've been in Capricorn. So that first quarter moon in Aquarius, it's like we're checking in with this Aquarius theme of community and humanitarian energy and, just the collective consciousness of the world, because Aquarius is spiritual stage, it's mental energy, air, mental energy, and it's passion, it's love. So it's mental energy that's loving in a collective way. And then we're going to have moon in Aries on the 24th at 9:05 a.m. at the end of November, November 24th. Now, the reason why I mention moon in Aries, in these videos, I don't really mention the moon other than the new moon, the full moon, that type of thing. But it's really important to know when that moon in Aries is, because we've got Mars in Aries. And I just feel like Mars in Aries is so intense in that positioning that we want to know when that's going to align, right? So it's going to align again with the moon on the 24th, but it's going direct now. So that's going to be very interesting to see how we feel with that energy. Then on November 28th, we have Neptune going direct. And we've had Neptune in Pisces for, I think, a while now. And it's at home in this placement. Pisces rules Neptune. So to have Neptune in Pisces, and now we're going direct with it. I mean, it's really interesting how we had all this retrograde with a lot of planets this year, and now it's like boom, boom, boom. They're all just going direct, kind of like this, like a domino effect. So we had Pisces go retrograde at the end of June. So it's now going forward. This is going to be so interesting to see how this plays out for us. Pisces represents out of the body. It's really the soul, and it's the last sign of the zodiac cycle. So it's all about transcending the body. It's all about holistic healing, imagination, and at worst, it's kind of denying the reality. It's kind of like, wearing the rose-colored glasses and not wanting to see the truth. So having this truth energy with this Pisces energy, I mean, it's just going to be really interesting to see how it all plays out. And then we end the month, can't make this stuff up, with a full moon. On November 30th, we have a full moon in Sagittarius, Gemini and Sag. So the full moon's in Gemini, the sun is in Sagittarius. Whenever we have a full moon, it's just the opposite sign line, okay? And why this is so huge is because Gemini is our destiny right now. So we've got the full moon in our destiny, the sun in our comfort zone, this perception energy we've been dealing with all year long. You're living in one reality. I'm living in another reality. What's truth? What's real? What's fact? I mean, it's all these mutable signs of, the Neptune and Pisces, and then this destiny line. And now we're going to have this full moon at the end of November. So 8 degrees Gemini at 3:30 a.m. So we wake up on the 30th, feeling this full moon energy. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out. But in summary, I truly believe that from November 3rd to November 21st, it's going to be a little bit messy. That is our post-shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. But that 21st of November brings such a powerful punch. And having Neptune go direct in November, having Mars go direct in November, and ending the month with a full moon in our destiny line, I mean, it's going to be really interesting. And I truly feel in my heart that after that, December is going to bring some magical energy. I really think we're going to feel like this big breath, this collective, okay, here we go, right? What's next type of thing. So if you want to know how this plays out for you in your personal life, let's book a reading. I am telling you, you are going to love my audio reading. It's amazing. I tell you your destiny. I read you your movie script. Yes, you are a star in the movie of your life, and I have your movie script. Let's freaking do this. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram. Links are below. And tell me, how did October go for you? Are you excited for November? What are you feeling? Let me know in the comments below. And please make sure to share this with your friends and family so they know what November of 2020 is going to be like for them. Also, if you want to join one of my high vibe accountability groups, I run fitness groups every single month, but really the core theme of these groups is about learning how to commit, learning how to marry yourself, commit to yourself, self-care for yourself, because we give to everyone else and we don't really give to ourselves, whether it's weight loss or more energy, or you just want a better mental health reset in your life, then let's do this. I can also help you create your miracle morning, your morning routine. So if you're interested in that, make sure to click the link below and we'll get started. You are a star in the movie of your life. You have a special destiny that's unique to you. So keep shining your light, and I'll catch you next week on the High Vibe Show with JFO.
Home, brush the sea. If she called or even left a message for me in a flash, all alone.